A closer look into the life of a PNP presidential aspirant. Who is this man? Mark Golden. If it's your first time on my channel, don't forget to comment, like and share, and if you like the content, subscribe. Getting down into the details. He's a serious contender for the president of the opposition People's National Party, PNP, a businessman and lawyer. But what other facts are there to be known about Mark J. Golden? Well, the Member of Parliament for St. Andrews Southern was reproduced on the Jamaican rock from an alliance with strong ties, English and Jamaica fixtures. His father, the highly respected orthopaedic surgeon, Sir John Golden, had landed in Jamaica in 1953, met on arrival at the dock by Dr Ken McNeill, then Minister of Health and father of Dr K Wykeham McNeill, a former PNP MP and Cabinet Minister, according to Mark. Professor Golden was originally en route to the United States to take up the post at the University of Chicago, but he fell in love with Jamaica and never left, except for a visit overseas. Mark's mother, Patricia Levy, later Lady Golden, after her marriage to Sir John, was the daughter of Jamaican senior medical officer of Savannah Lamar Hospital in Westmoreland, Dr. Logan Levy, who died when she was 7, leaving her upbringing to her English mom, who in a strange land was forced to work hard to educate Patricia and other siblings. Lady Golden is alive, though quite frail. The coming together of Jamaican's first orthopedic surgeon and public health servant brought forward a girl in 1963, and 2 years later, Mark opened his eyes for the world to see. My upbringing was on the campus, the University of the West Indies. Golden disclosed to the Jamaica Observer. In my teen years, I used to love dancehall. I go to Jalove, Kilimanjaro Sound System, go to Augustown and Hermitage, still do. And I was exposed to all aspects of Jamaican life. I spent a lot of time in communities which would now be considered as inner city communities, he said. Still close to his only sibling who lives in Trinidad and Tobago and is married to a doctor who doubles as a businessman, Mark has a high regard for the institution of family and what accompanies it, including caring for people generally. I grew up on the university campus in the 1970s, at a time when progressive thinking and the anti-apartheid movement was powerful currents around me, and I always had a progressive orientation as a youth coming up. My mother's first job was in the Central Planting Unit when Norman Manley was premier in the early 60s. She left and went to Mona Rehab Center to help my father build it, and spent the rest of her career there, essentially working as a volunteer. My father was an institution builder. Whatever private practice he did, which was very little, the proceed went to help fund his activity at the rehab center. He started the Hope Valley School, the Fish Clinic, the Hospice Pain Center. My dad was a philanthropist as well as a doctor, and my mom, her career was in the same vein. The mindset of my family was always been about caring for people, and I have always felt compelled, even when I was doing business and becoming successful at it, I always have felt the urge in serving the country. In 2006, when we sold DB&G, Merchant Bank, Daring, Bunting, and Golden, I then took the opportunity to say I can comfortably give of myself to Jamaica. And PNP President Portia Simpson Miller made me an opposition senator in 2007. He has been with his wife Sandra for 36 years, and of them, as a marriage couple, a union that produced 3 adult children, 2 girls and a boy, were all in Jamaica. She's a wonderful lady who has been a source of strength and comfort to me, that has enabled me to achieve the things I have, whether in law or business, and now in politics. The self-describing family man said of his wife, "We are a very good couple," he went on. Mark's Education Foundation was established at Mona Preparatory, where he had what most children without the luxury of an internet and tablets at the time could use their extra curriculum time to do: play football, sing in the choir, and other things. The Campton College student, he served his formative secondary school year there, representing the institution that has an inevitable record of producing school scholars. In schoolboy cricket early here, playing in the Sunlight Cup, now named Grey Shield. I was keen on cricket. I played Sunlight Cup from second form. I used to blow left arm orthodox, and I bat also. The natural left-hand player said of his inherito unheard of venture into what has always been regarded as the gentleman's game. In the Campton lineup at the time was one Chris Denham, about 5 years Mark's senior, who represent Jamaica under 19 team at cricket and football, and would become one of Mark's business partner in later years. A trip to his father's birthplace to finish his secondary education at his dad's old boarding school also led Mark to read into his Bachelor of Law degree as the world-rated Oxford University. Returning to Jamaica and spending 2 years at the Norman Mann Law School, he not long after got a scholarship overseas to pursue his master's degree in law, LLM, in commercial and corporate law. I built my legacy practice around corporate finance merge and acquisition. I was practicing for about 3 years. I knew Chris Dejong and Peter Bunting from Campton. They were ahead of me, and then we started DB&G. I knew Bunting through Chris and others. They were both into banking, and when I came back, they were looking forward to do an innovative thing. 2 bright young city bank trained bankers, and they needed a legal service to carry that, and they both used me to do that. After a while, we said they don't do it together, and that's how DB&G started. At DB&G, which was sold to Scotiabank in 2006, to proven investment, now a decade old, and a story about level-headed management that involved him would emerge. The one-time footballer who played for fun into his 40s is now chairman of Arnett Garden Football Club, which is working to put on a sustainable footing for when he would have left the scene. Mark is on his trip through politics, desired to have a positive effect on what he touches, just like his dad did when he was asked to handle the tragic Kendall train crash, 1st of September 1957, the outbreak of polio, which led to the establishment of Polio Center, named the Mona Rehabilitation Center and now Sir John Golding Center. I am offering myself for the leadership of the party at this time because I think the party is at a very low ebb and needed to be brought together by somebody who could be a unifying force, somebody who has the experience and the capacity to lead the party through this difficult time. I think I have the approach to interpersonal relationship and a leader in my own constituency, which I brought together. We have over 100 members. South St. Andrew is by far the strongest constituency, which when it comes to the youth organization, I have really encouraged them because I can see engaging young people as an important part of what we do. And the party need to bring the youth much more centrally into what we do and nurture them, build their capacity, because the party needs to be stronger with young people. And one of the reasons that we are not as strong as we should be is that we have not properly integrated the youth organization into the actual decision making of the party and how the party is run. It's not just the YO, the Patriots, which is the affiliated that deals with young professional in their 30s and women movement as well. All of our affiliate needs to take on a new lease of life in the rebuilding of the party, he said. Just in case you didn't know, Mark has a musical side to him. Through all but redundance now, because of the constraints, Ray Hickins and himself had a label called Riverside Music, which produced 3 albums, including Della Marley, first album, Ash on the Windows. Ash on the window, yeah, right. Do you think Mark Golding has the capability of running Jamaica, not just the People's National Party, but to run Jamaica as a leader and to stand strong on his feet? Jamaica, what do you think? My viewers and subscribers, thank you for listening to me, and I trust that you will make the right decision when it comes. Let's see if Mark can hold the ball or Lisa can jump the rope. This is JCon TV saying unto each and every one of us, let us beat COVID in every way we can. Wear the mask, do our distancing, sneeze in our elbows, wash our hands. And while we're doing that, let us restrain from killing each other. Walk in peace, my friend. Shalom.